we'll hear our first musical performance of the night from our beloved brother by way of the great nation and people of Sudan, Hassan Mubarak. Next, I have the pleasure of introducing one of my favorite human beings, one of the most intelligent, insightful, hardworking, and focused people I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. I'm grateful that this wise sister has decided to share a piece of herself with us this evening. Please welcome to the stage, Nair.
Hello. Hello. You guys can hear me? Yes. Okay. My name is Naher. I'm a young student, and this is something I wrote about how I was feeling where I was at. Okay. 1, housing. To landlords, college housing, and all evildoers who make Black people move in the sun. To be the last to leave, you are an African international student, Black, poor, can't go home immediately or at all. The institution needs your labor for its programming, graduation, reunion, dining waitstaff, and charms you with shelter. Jobs are quick to give instructions on how to dress, distinguish entree, salad, dessert forks for table service, complete a Google form on how long we can have your body, but housing provides my room assignment 3 days before I need to move. When I say I can't live where you put me is an accessibility matter, you don't take my calls, and certainly not my emails. Instead, an automated message requesting a 2-day grace period. We are very busy right now. To be forced into a hustle, a frantic undoing of life. You want a 2-day grace period, but told me I need to leave in 3. Should I hope you'll have a conscience on the final one? Are you not a bully? You have an investment in discarding and humiliating me. A year of space, and in 3 days I'm instructed to retract breath and imprint. And where do you dump us? Tyler Annex, past the woods, near the field. Black students at every point of the hill, lugging belongings on their back, panting, disappearing. You tried to hide us or what? Tucked away down a road where no one will go looking or know to turn. Demanded to come out for your programming and booted a day after. Our jobs end on the same day we're expected to rid ourselves from the transition housing, but you want a grace period. You do not need my courtesy. You are the mighty one. I am under your hand. This isn't a balanced transaction. Academy calls us leeches, but you're the leech. You cannot host without me. You cannot deal without me. An image that haunts. A freshman African international student sits on top of his dorm boxes in the presence of a white woman. I orbit around them as I transfer my things from the rented car into the new building, flinching, moving frantically to dodge the $50 late return fee. The freshman sits in the sun. The white woman stands in the shade. She offered to transport his belongings in her personal vehicle, and now he sits here indebted, captive to conversation. She enjoys herself, doing a banter that nears flirting. Yes, I'll be around this summer. You should come over for a home-cooked meal and meet my dogs. I'm walking over 10,000 steps a day, masking behind a neutral home extension effort. But fuck all the Samaritan shit. You stand in the shade, geeked, twirling your hair because you helped an African. And I can't do this good white folk shit, this northern shit. In this condition, Black people are laid out, open for grabbing, made to wait and endure beneath you. And who will rescue us from your hand and this sun? Our families are away and they were never coming. I hold 2 boxes stacked up onto each other, higher than I can see, and someone's white grandfather refuses to hold the door for me. Waiting in his car, my classmate, protesting the meeting of our eyes. 2, this isn't far from the encampments to me. An encampment cannot work against a landscape led by good white folk and elite leftists. Your equipment is from the outing club because many of you are its membership, and many of you are its leadership. My point, you protest in the same ways you experience leisure. How do you know how to put up a tent? How many times were you a wolf leader? Where does your family vacation? Have you renewed your national park subscription? Did you take time off school for farm work therapy? Have you done a cross-country road trip in your family Subaru that now belongs to you? Do you work at Hopkins Forest with all white people and 3 POCs? Do you know their names? You are doing a homeless terror simulation. You claim to chain yourself to the outside for rooting, to be among the people, to be a disturbance, to have formation. You await, prepare for, and crave removal. You set conditions for dispossession so you can claim friction with power. Yes, I feel race in this scenario. You are replicating city-state interactions with Black people, seized, forced into a running, surveilled, and subject to slow neglect death. An afterlife of slavery is eviction, displacement, and any sanctioned scheme in which Black people are at the mercy of the outside. You are hungry to experience injustice because this is social capital to the white leftists. White people cannot have community outside. White interactions with land are marked by theft and mutilation. This is your context. You have created false conditions of precarity by sleeping outside, because whiteness seeks to banish and tame out the outside, to make it listen, put out. I walk past the encampments and the tents are empty, and if they are not empty, it looks like summer camp. White people and elite leftists sitting on lawn chairs, socializing, doing a potluck, holding hands, and affirming each other about a danger that will not arrive. You will not be eliminated. You are waiting for the president of a college to agree on a conversation with you. These are not the conditions of combat. You can go inside whenever you please. You have private ownership, a car, an apartment in the city, a vacation home not too far from here. This is how you recharge. You are not linked to the outdoors. When you feel like sharing, you go outside and hustle people to join you, chanting, "None of us are free until all of us are free," but that's just not true. You are free to move between zones of capital and community, because just in time for graduation, the tents are up. And you've neatly packed your things into your car, awaiting a restorative summer from your alleged activist semester. Meanwhile, the last to leave are Black, poor, African international students who could not join your encampments, and you accused us of being apathetic. But your week or so of tent living is up, and we crawl around a campus under a hot sun and hot hands that make us move with no help. This is a confrontation with capital. The president agreed to talk so she could build a graduation stage, but you claim you're a part of movement. You had an institutional actor give you $2,000 for Palestinian stalls. You have actors from our multicultural center taking you out to lunch and requesting to be added to your radical organizing group chats, infiltrators running up and down your operation. How can the same academy you convict of funding genocide allocate money on their payroll to buy you a Palestinian stall? How are you voting on whether or not to be a registered student organization? Is it not blood money draped around your neck, on your gown, walking the stage with you? You aren't a threat. They buy you out because you're an unserious formation informed by elite leftist politics. Do you notice how few Black people turn up for you? You do the work because there is a reward for a show, rendering all other ways of protest, education, suffering illegible. How's it free Palestine, but you hug the president at graduation in the stool she paid for? Class Marshal, dripped out in institutional excellence, servicing the Board of Trustees and ensuring a smooth, cooperative function, waving a Palestinian flag when your name is called at the end. How can those two fabrics sit on each other? You rack up cash prizes in whose name? Because to win, you have to be known. You have to make yourself eager, plump, and ripe, and this is big money. Thousands of dollars in your pockets because the institution said you show promise of being a good citizen. Are you not humiliated? Meritable citizenship defined by an academy invested in weapons that annihilate thousands of people in Gaza, an academy that funds Israeli defense forces, that train police departments in Atlanta and New York City, awarded you and your Palestinian stall $10,000. You like to be grabbed at, to feel needed, told good girl, and it's not compatible with a commitment to global care, because the competitor for your global care is not some state monster or terror or dispossession. It's a college in Western Massachusetts. This is your allegiance. This is your God. You will not risk. You will try to be both, and I will object. 3. I'm writing from a site where up is down, where skinning, impaling, stretching, and scorching is not bloody, but an award ceremony that requires catering. Yes, spring is a feast. Yes, I am both menu and server. Won't be tricked, won't be a trick. At the #1 liberal arts college, POC kids and good white folk like to be pimped out. POC kids get the first pick at the treats, and good white folks do a grassroots mimicry simulation. Death to all the games. All my possessions stare back at me. When you went home, I was told to run outside.
One more time for Nair. That was amazing. Thank you, sister. Up next is our feature performer for this evening. We're extremely blessed to be in the presence of Fairouz Foty this evening. Fairouz performed with her father at one of the first Gaza on Our Minds gatherings that we held. She has sung at the Kennedy Center, Strathmore, the Verizon Center, embassies throughout the city, and more interesting and impressive than all of them put together, Sankofa Video, Books, and Cafe. Like I mentioned, Fairouz and her family, Fouad and Mona Foty, and then Dr. El Bayoumi have been foundational for this gathering, and we're grateful that she's joining us again today and sharing her voice with us. Please welcome to the stage, Fairouz Foty.
Thank you so much. First, can we give a huge round of applause for Sankofa, for Jordan, for Abel, for Maritu, and of course, Mr. Garima and Mr. Garima's family that has created such a beautiful space for all of us revolutionaries and radical-minded people that want to be in community and really create something beautiful for DC residents, real DC-tonians that Lucy Murphy has coined. I am going to be doing 3 segments. I'm an opera singer, and I know opera has usually been used as an imperialist weapon, usually. Even at the Trump rallies now, they have opera. And as an opera singer, I have tried to take the medium of opera, which is, we spend many years, I've been studying opera since I was 13, which is now over 2 decades. And we spend so much time learning how to use our voices because we actually don't sing with any microphones. And as a Palestinian, Egyptian American, the use of one's voice, my voice has always been something that has been silenced, especially in a classical realm, but just generally. And so to sing opera and to use my voice to speak out for my people has been something that has been very healing for me. So I will be singing 3 different segments, and each one of these segments was created in real time as a reaction to the ongoing genocide, or this iteration of the genocide. And so the first segment is grief, and that was what a lot of us have felt. And then it turned into rage, the rage that people are there's a live stream genocide, the first live stream genocide, and people are still thinking that it's okay, so it turned into rage. And then rage is something that is very exhausting to maintain. So recently, I would say in the past couple of months, I have turned that rage into hope and radical joy, because it is radical for us as marginalized people to take up space, to be joyful, and we need to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves to continue this fight. So I hope you enjoy this. Thank you so much. Grief. This was the first emotion I felt when they started the genocide, watching day and day out as men, women, and children were crushed by the rubble, screaming out for help. Grief. Each day I would think it couldn't possibly get worse, and being proven wrong time and time again, watching as the genocide became more and more vile and horrific, parents writing their children's names on their legs to help identify them should either they or their children be killed, read a CNN report on October 22nd, 2023. How do you explain to your child that they are about to die in the most painful way? How do you grieve your son while trying to save your daughter? Write my name on my leg, mama. the black permanent marker with the ink that doesn't bleed. If it gets wet, the one that doesn't melt if it's exposed to heat. Write my name on my leg, mama. Make the lines thick and clear. Add your special flourishes so I can take comfort in seeing my mama's handwriting when I go to sleep. Write my name on my leg, mama, and on the legs of my sisters and brothers. This way we will belong together. This way we will be known as your children. Write my name on my leg, mama. And please write your name and Baba's name on your legs too, so we will be remembered as a family. Write my name on my leg, mama. Don't add any numbers like when I was born or the address of our home. I don't want the world to list me as a number. I have a name, and I am not a number. Write my name on my leg, mama. When the bomb hits our house, when the walls crush our skulls and bones, our legs will tell our story, how there was nowhere for us to run. Zaina Hazem.
Oh,
Thank you so much. So this piece that I just sang is from Sor Angelica, and it's at the end of the opera when the character has found out that her son has died, and then she sings this aria, and so I paired it with that beautiful poem by Zaina Azam, Write My Name, because the only way that I could express to people that didn't know what was going on in Palestine and specifically in Gaza was the only way that I was able to express it is to show what it would be like to lose your child and to visibly weep in front of an audience. I've sung this piece all over the DC area and many different protests and everything, and it's my honor to sing it here. This is only the second time I'm actually singing all three segments together. So the next segment is called Rage. And I'm sure this is something that a lot of people have been feeling, not just about Palestine, but how our city has been treated, because we're talking about the occupation of Palestine, but DC is also being occupied, and there's so many commonalities between what has the colonialism, I mean it's gentrification, but it should just be called colonialism, the gentrification of our city. Thank you. The gentrification of our city is really colonialism. It's kicking out the people that made this city, the native people, and replacing it with people that are just exploiting it and destroying the culture. So this next piece is called Rage. The second segment of this series is Rage. As the first genocide ever live-streamed unfolded in the months past, my grief began to transform. I could no longer perform the grief piece, not because the pain had faded, but because the sadness had given way to something sharper, rage. Rage at the continued dehumanization of Palestinians, rage at the silence, rage at the complicity. You think this doesn't affect you, that you can turn a blind eye and continue on with your life. But we are all connected, and when human beings treat others like this, massacre, rape, destroy, dismember, that energy, the energy of genocide, seeps into our everyday lives, turning our hearts black, making us robots, making us ill, and robbing us of love, happiness, and joy. We are forced to walk around like vampires, sucking the blood of honesty and innocence, and killing what makes us human. To all my brothers and sisters, remember this: we may have lost our lives, but at least we die knowing we will never be like them. Thank you. So then rage became very tiring to do all the time, which I'm sure a lot of people have been feeling this way, that the sustaining of rage all the time really starts to just, take from you. So this final segment, Hope, is about radical optimism, finding joy and taking up space at a time when Palestinians are being systematically exterminated. This is a declaration that we will continue to feel, sing, dance, and resist. Even amidst devastation, we hold on to hope. As Palestinians, the past 2 years have been especially painful for our global community. And yet, in that pain, we have chosen to center joy and hope as a radical act. While our people are being massacred, it is an act of resistance and survival to gather, to dance, to create, and to celebrate our culture. It is through these cultural practices that we reclaim our narrative, uplift one another, and resist the forces that seek to erase us, and proudly exclaim, "We are still here." Thank you so much. Thank you to Sankofa and everyone involved. And Free Palestine.
All right, family, as we move towards our close, just want to talk about a few of the books that we have available here that can help extend this conversation for you outside of this room. The first is Resisting Erasure, Capitalism, Imperialism, and Race in Palestine. One day, everyone will have always been against this. Omar El-Akkad. Edward Said, The Question of Palestine. The 100 Years War on Palestine by Rashid Khalidi, and Black Power in Palestine, Transnational Countries of Color. This is just a handful of the many books that we have here that can help enrich your understanding, help you leave, and take this conversation with you out the door. And a lot of these books that may not as directly speak to Palestine, they are also about Palestine. They're also about Palestine. And part of the ethos of this gathering that we do, the On Our Minds gathering, why we do Gaza on our mind, and Congo on our mind, and Sudan on our mind, and Haiti on our mind, is because we're seeking the common threads between these struggles. When we identify those threads, that gives us power. That helps us figure out where our power is, where their power is, what threads you need to cut to take their power away. And so really look forward to seeing you here again 2 weeks from now for Sudan on our mind. And make sure you leave with the book. Thank you for being here.